It's Fuck Yeah Friday.
Fuck yeah!
Get ready for some wins.
Welcome to the Be It Till You See It podcast, where we talk about taking messy action, knowing that perfect is boring. I'm Lesley Logan, Pilates instructor and fitness business coach. I've trained thousands of people around the world, and the number one thing I see stopping people from achieving anything is self-doubt. My friends, action brings clarity, and it's the antidote to fear. Each week, my guests will bring bold, executable, intrinsic, and targeted steps that you can use to put yourself first and be it till you see it. It's a practice, not a perfect. Let's get started.
Hello. Fuck yeah. It's Friday. Oh my goodness. Hello. How are you? Today is the last day of my retreat in Cambodia. So if you're listening to this, I've just hugged off all of my retreaters. And I'm just, I love this place so freaking much. I can't wait to tell you more about it when I'm back. If you're new to the Be It Till You See It podcast, hello. We are all about being it till you see it, not faking it till you make it or waiting until you're ready. And one of the things that we do to get to where we want to be in being it till we see it is celebrate our wins as we go along. And it can be really hard to do that. So on Fridays, it's like a great day to just go, fuck yeah, it's Friday. And what are all the wins I'm going to celebrate to like pump you up to end the week on a high note. So I share some wins of yours and then I share a win of mine. And I got a little mantra for you. So here we go. All right. First up, we have Lisa Esteo. She is from Elevate Round 3. So this might not sound like a win at first blush, yet it is. I've had an ongoing experience with a student who's cold and not friendly. My first interaction with her, I chalked it up to, well, that's her personality. My second time, I was my exuberant self, and during class, we were all doing elbow slip, and she was doing great. So I challenged her, what would it be like to not shift your weight? And she glared at me and declaratively and defiantly said, no, sorry, I cannot. I was struck by how sharp her delivery and simultaneously amused by her honesty and said, I like your honesty. Fake it till you make it. At the end of class, as she was leaving, I said, bye, D. Not her name, just using initials. No answer. So I figured she didn't hear me. So I loudly said, bye, D. Good work today. Crickets. As she walked off, no acknowledgement whatsoever. That bothered me for a long while after class. And I figured, okay, well, she's giving me the I don't like you vibes. This week, I overheard some friendly, warm, excited chatter between two people, and I turned around and was surprised to see that it was Dee talking to someone else. Dee actually is not cold and unfriendly. She's warm and friendly and funny and quite engaging, just not towards me. So what's the win? Well, instead of sweeping this under the rug and shrugging it off, I let myself feel the feels and hurt. There's no rhyme or reason why people treat us the way they do. That's their prerogative. I realize I suffer from the delusion that everyone likes me because I'm fucking awesome. And at the same time, it's quite humbling when you're reminded you're not everyone's cup of tea. It reminded me of a time when I made it abundantly clear to someone I wasn't into their vibes and they gave off bad juju. It was mean and unnecessary in retrospect. I'm now of the opinion that it's more important to be kind because goodwill costs nothing and goes a long way. This is what I'm celebrating. I allowed myself to feel the hurt of rejection, and in the process, notice that I have the capacity to allow people to be themselves with no requirement of them to like me, because in the end, it's more important that I love myself and unapologetically embrace that I'm fucking awesome. Lisa, can we just all learn so much from you right now? That is the most beautiful thing. All right, one more win from y'all. This is from Selena Lowe. She is an agency. And so she wrote, embraced my half day today, finishing at 12 p.m. It's a novelty. I spent time with my husband and time to relax. Happy that I got in my 2 apparatus sessions and yoga sessions in the week already. Maybe time for more at the weekend. So I love this because it's so awesome. It's like, I only had half of my workday filled. And so I embraced that. And I spent time with my husband and I relaxed. Oh my gosh, what a novel idea. And because she'd already did the workout she wanted to do for the week, she had nothing else to do. And maybe she'll do more, but it doesn't matter. I love it. I think that's so fun. Thank you, Selena, for sharing. Okay, so I want to share a win that happened recently that I've been thinking a lot about, and now I feel good sharing it. I recently had someone try to renegotiate an agreement that we had, and at first I was like, what the fuck? We already agreed to this. And then I was like, okay, I can see it from their perspective. And then there's this old people pleaser in me that was like, don't you just want to do it for this one time? Just this one time. Don't you want to just do this? And I was like, having this like kind of battle with myself because no, I didn't want to do this one time. We already agreed and I want it to be the thing that we agreed about. Right. And then I was like, it is okay for me to empathize with the person. It is okay for me to feel for that person. It's okay for me to think about all the options. And it's also okay for me to say, no, this is what we agreed about, but thank you. And I understand. And I reminded myself, like, sometimes we have to be the lesson that other people have to learn. And it's no fun to be that lesson, like ever, ever. I'm like now thinking of all the times that I was a lesson for someone and it's just like coming back as a bad movie. And, but you can't take that lesson away from them. They have to learn it. Right. And so, it also helped me go, okay, here are some ways I can tighten up my processes so I don't have to have this conversation again. Cause I obviously don't like having this conversation, but I really want to celebrate, like, it's okay to acknowledge those parts of you that are like, oh, hey, don't you want to? And go, I mean, thank you for bringing that up, but I also don't have to. And it is okay if I don't have to, and it's going to work out. And this person maybe won't like me later, but they will absolutely have learned from this. And I have learned from this, and that's a win. And so I think if we can just celebrate some of those like tougher lessons that we have to learn in our life as wins, we'll realize like how fucking strong we are. So anyways, that's my win. Okay. Now, mantra for you. You can journal about this. You can repeat it out loud. You can share it with a friend who might need to hear it. I am responsible for myself and I start there. I am responsible for myself and I start there. So what's your win? I want to know it. All you have to do is tag Be It Pod in a win. Give me in a post, give me in a story, whatever. I want to celebrate you. I want to help you make this an amazing habit. And if you don't feel like doing social media, then tell a friend who you're winning. Tell your friend it's FYF. Lisa from last week on Fridays, her class all celebrates a win. At class, they do FYF together in person. I think that's so fun. So until next time, be it till you see it.
That's all I got for this episode of the Be It Till You See It podcast. One thing that would help both myself and future listeners is for you to rate the show and leave a review. And follow or subscribe for free wherever you listen to your podcast. Also, make sure to introduce yourself over at the Be It Pod on Instagram. I would love to know more about you. Share this episode with whoever you think needs to hear it. Help us and others be it till you see it. Have an awesome day.
Be It Till You See It is a production of the Bloom Podcast Network.
It's written, filmed, and recorded by your host, Lesley Logan, and me, Brad Kroll.
It is produced and edited by the epic team at Diseño.
Our theme music is by Ali at Apex Production Music, and our branding by designer and artist Gianfranco Cioffi.
Special thanks to Melissa Solomon for creating our visuals and Selena Velazquez for our transcriptions.
Also to Angelina Herrico for adding all the content to our website, and finally to Meredith Crowell for keeping us all on point and on time.